opening the document. We did half of this last week, so we're just going to continue where we left off. We finished on number 7 of exercise 30 from Weingreen. So I'm going to pull it up here to share.
Did you switch? Did you switch mics, Jason?
No.
Okay. That one was much clearer. It sounded like you were.
You don't hear me?
Nah, it's better now. It was weird a minute ago.
Maybe it's the air coming off the air conditioning. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Sounds fine now.
Good. Who we got out there in TV land?
TV land.
I mean, YouTube land.
Chat land.
So it's me, Jason. It's Jonathan Santana, and it's Colton. The three of us are going to be pushing through this, and this should be really short because we've got 4 Hebrew to English parts, and we've got more
5.
of the English to Hebrew.
Yeah, 4.
It's going to take a little bit longer. So Adel is here. Do you want to join us? Shall I send you the link? Or you have the link on Patreon. You do have it. So you should be able to join us on patreon.com. Great. Let's go ahead and get started. Number 8. First of all, we've got this verb. So I'd like you to, whoever's going to take it, tell me what this verb is, baruch hu, and translate through it. Who wants to grab that one?
I will.
I was stumped by that verb.
It's the imperative third, or it's the imperative masculine plural in the PL.
PL, yeah.
Oh,
so the infinitive is levarech. Levarech is the infinitive.
Yeah.
Let's put that at the end. Levarech, to bless, in the PL.
Yeah.
How do we know it's PL?
Because it doesn't appear in the call.
Yeah.
It's
we would normally expect Dagesh and the Resh, right?
Yeah.
But with the Resh doesn't like Dagesh, so instead the Patach lengthens to Kamatz.
All right. Yeah.
Compensatory lengthening.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Baruch hu et Adonai kol kadoshav. Safru et chasadav.
Sapru.
Thank you. Safru et chasadav. B'chol et. Bless ye the Lord. Sorry. All his holy ones. Tell his holy. Oh, tell his. Sorry. Tell his faithful. Tell his faithful deeds at all times, in all seasons, but at all times.
But it is technically singular at every time.
Oh.
But yeah, because it's technically singular. The plural would be bechol itim. Itim. We don't really like itim, but itim is the plural of et. You know that? Itim.
I do now.
You know, there's another word, et. There's another word. It is a pen.
Oh yeah.
Et.
With a tet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the plural of that is etim. But the plural of times, like times, you see in the book of Daniel, it says time, times, and half a time. The word times is itim.
Yeah.
And pens is etim. Yeah. Cool. Just so you know, just to complete the picture, the word for a pencil is iparon. Iparon. The plural is ephronot. Pencils, ephronot. I don't know that matters, but okay. We do have all those words in Hebrew, just so you know. Most people would think, oh, you don't have a word for pencil in Hebrew because you only have biblical Hebrew and whatever. But we do. Pencil is iparon.
Mhm.
All right, 9a.
Yeah, I can
You
do
want to grab
9A.
that?
Yeah.
Sure.
וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור, באחד לך אנשים...
Bechala. That's a rish.
What?
Bechala.
באחד. Yeah.
Oh, I heard bechad.
Me
Sorry,
too.
it's because you trilled your R and it made it sound like a D.
Oh, yeah, I just cut it short. באחד לך אנשים מראשי ישראל, ושלחת אותם ארצה כנען.
Look at the stress of the word bishalachta.
ושלחת. It's at the end.
Mm-hmm.
ושלחת. All right. Oh.
For those who are curious, I'm eating beastly pizza.
I got pizza. Beastly.
I am done with pizza. I've eaten pizza the last 2 days.
They're these little, like, I don't know what they are. They're like chip things.
Yeah. I never see Jason
Dry,
eating
crunchy.
real food. He's always snacking. It cracks me up.
Because, like, I rush back from work to get here on time. And I
Yeah.
just stop at a corner, like, convenience store, grab something, and come up.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I finish working at 11 o'clock at the hotel on the sea. And I live, like, in the middle of the city. And it takes me about 25 minutes to walk from there to here. And after my shift, I have to change clothes. So I finish at 11, go change clothes, go put away my master key from the hotel, and then it takes me 25 minutes to walk. So I get to stop into the store real quick and grab something because it's 1 hour between finishing and coming here. So
Yeah. I get
Jason,
it.
yeah.
how? Okay, so the men, anashim, bachar lecha anashim.
Yeah.
So the people in.
Oh, you have to. No, Bahal is not Bahal.
That's okay. So what is bechar there?
Bahal is not Bahal.
Oh, I'm thinking har, like mountain.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bacharba. That's probably how you learned it. Bacharba.
Livchor. Livchor. To choose. Livchor.
oh, bachar. Oh gosh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, choose.
Livchor be.
So choose bechar. Nivchar, to be chosen. Yes. I just missed that. Choose.
So we use the word nivcheret. Nivcheret is a noun that means like a team, like people that were chosen, right? The ones chosen for like to play. Nivcheret.
Would that be from the leaders of Israel?
Choose for yourself men from the heads of Israel, which is the leaders.
Rosh, from the leader. Okay, from the leaders of Israel, because that's coming from Rosh, from head, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rosh is Rashim.
Okay. And send. Send.
Yep. So normally Canaan, which is Canaan, normally it's with patach, Na'an, but in pause, remember that patach that's stressed lengthens to kamatz, Canaan.
Okay.
All right, great. The next one, 9b, Vera'u et haaretz hatova. No, it's not haaretz hatova. It's not the good land. Vera'u et haaretz hatova hi im ra'ah. This is the way we need to read it. Vera'u et haaretz hatova hi im ra'ah. Okay, and they will see the land, whether it is the he is the subject. It is good or bad. They will see the land, whether it is good or bad, or in other words, they will see whether the land is good or bad.
So, what did you say about how it should be?
וראו את הארץ, הטובה היא אם רעה. This is conditional. Ha
Right.
is yes or no.
But
Is
shouldn't
it good?
don't they usually do like im tovahi imra? Imra?
Ha tovahi. Ha is like a question word.
Right,
It's
but
asking, is
I've
it
seen
good
it.
or
Is
bad?
it this or that? I've seen im in both, like Bane. You know how Bane will be between this and that. It'll be im thing, im.
In
thing.
modern Hebrew, we do that. Im tov or im ra.
I've seen it in the Bible at somewhere.
That means whether this or that.
Yeah.
Either this or that. I don't know. This is common in this type of construction.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just saying. I think I've seen it either way. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. So to put it together, we would say, and they will see whether the land is good or bad. ואת הערים הגדולות הנה עם קטנות. Right, the same construction. And the cities, they will see the cities. Are they good? Are they big or small? So and whether these cities are large or small. Right? You understand the construction? What's going on? וראו את הארץ הטובה היא אם רעה, ואת הערים הגדולות הנה אם קטנות. Does that feel right to you?
Yeah, I'm
Or
fine.
does it feel strange?
I'm cool.
Yeah. All right. ולקחו מפרי הארץ, and they will take from, means some of, right? From the fruit of the land. ושבו אל המחנה, and return, they will return to the camp. And והגידו, they will tell and tell the people. והגידו לעם את אשר ראו, what they saw. Okay, so this is a continuation of this quote. So we're going to take that quote away and put one here, because we're translating these as paragraph. It's just broken into pieces. Okay, how do you feel? You want to go over that sentence again to feel it?
I'm good.
Santana, what do you think?
No, it looks good.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And so that's actually the end of the quotation. We know from the next line, because the next line, we get the commandment from God to do it, and now Moses does it.
ויבחר משה אנשי אמת, וישלחם ארצה כנען, כאשר ציווה אותו אדוני כן עשה. And Moses chose truthful men.
Men of truth, truthful men.
And he sent them to the land of Canaan. Just as the Lord commanded him, thus he did.
So I would probably put here some kind of heavier stop.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Wow. 14 minutes in, and we are done with that. Do we want to work on the next exercise set in Hebrew to English, or do we want to? I don't think we should cut 15 minutes in.
Do you what?
I don't think we should cut this 15 minutes in.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Is just move on to the next one because there's probably
Yeah.
too many to get through in 1 week on it too, right?
Yeah. So let's
31.
cut over there.
You did share that one with me. Good.
Oh, I don't think I have that one.
Okay, let's see about sharing it as soon as it loads up. Here we go. I'm gonna unshare the screen. And Santana, could you send me your email?
Yeah.
So I can just add you to the list of people you get shared with. You're not on Patreon?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have these ones up on Patreon yet. Sorry.
No.
Okay, so can you,
Bill.
on private chat, can you send me your email?
Yep.
Can we talk about Seglet now? He's like dangling. It's like dangling a carrot in front of Jason.
Oh, Seglet nouns. How do I love thee? Let me count
Here's
the
a
ways.
carrot. Here's the carrot.
Wow, I could just start talking. I tell you what. All right, I got your email address there. Hold on a second.
That's funny.
Why is it not letting me type? J.R_, right?
Yeah. I think. Yep, that's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it should be delivered to share to non-Google account. Share anyway, yes.
Yeah, we might get through
Okay,
these.
the link's been shared.
Okay.
Right, oops, I didn't mean to remove it. I meant to do this. Okay, here we are. This is 31. We are starting 31. It's not nice to do to people, but we'll do what we got to do because these lessons are really long. All right, so number 1A.
I said, indeed they are.
Yeah, number 1A. I just took it from the book, but it says Shav Reuven Habora, כי אמר בליבו אציל את יוסף מיד אחי, ושלחתי אותו הביתה בשלום אל אביו, ולא מצא את יוסף בבור. Okay, Shav Reuven Habora. This is Reuben. I'm going to make this large. Reuben returned Shav El Habor to the pit bowl, for he said in his heart, that is, he said to himself, right? Or he spoke to himself, saying, I shall rescue Joseph. I shall rescue Joseph from the hand of my brothers, because they want to kill him. And I will send him off. I'll send him away. I will let him go I'll send him off to the house or to home. I'll send him home. Let's see. I'll send him home. Send means send off. L'shaleach, it's PL. I'll send him home in peace to his father, our father, right? Avinu, Aviv. And then we're going to say, but, because we have a contrast here, but he did not find Joseph in the pit.
No.
Yeah, we use but because it's a contrast.
ולא מצאתי את יוסף בבור.
ולא מצא את יוסף בבור.
לא
Yeah.
מצאתי.
אני ראובן, אני שבתי הבורה, כי אמרתי בליבי, אני אציל את יוסף מיד אחי, ואשלח, ושלחתי אותו הביתה.
אקרא.
ולא מצאתי את יוסף בבור, but I didn't find him.
אקרא.
All right, who wants 1B? I think by turns it is Colton.
I'm pretty sure I did the last one, but that's okay. The one before you, but that's okay. But
It's a new day, a new dawn. A new exercise.
Life for me,
Exercise set.
and I'm feeling good.
Yes, you're feeling good. Because you're doing Hebrew.
וישאל ראובן את אחיו לאמור, איה הנער, כי איננו בבור, ויגידו לו לאמור, מקרנוהו לעבד מצרימה. עבד מצרימה. Ooh, a quote within a quote. And let's see. We've been answered.
He asked.
And he asked.
How would you say and he answered?
Ana.
Vaya'an.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Vaya'an. And Reuben asked his brothers, saying, where is the lad?
The lad. Yeah. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the lad? For he is not in the pit. Did you do pit? Okay.
Shachat. Where is it?
He's
Oh,
not in
babor. Babor. Yeah. A pit.
How else would you say it?
A pit? Shachat?
No, how would you say instead of pit in English?
I think of like whale for some reason. I know iron is whale, but like Beor, I think of like whale as well.
Well, if it's a well, he would be way down, deep. That's scary.
Yeah. And they. Oh.
I think there's some people who say that's a cistern too.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, a cistern.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they said to him, and they told him, saying, and Mekarnuhu.
Mecharnuhu.
Yeah. We told him to, as a Lord of mercy, we sold him as a servant toward Egypt, for a servant, as a servant toward Egypt, to Egypt. Egypt.
Why servant and not slave?
Because my head went the other way.
Egypt word. Do you have an aversion to the word slave?
No, it's just the way my head. It was just the first one my head popped out.
Oh. Okay. Some people want us to think that slavery in the Bible is not real slavery.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah. He was sold as a slave, not as a servant.
Yeah.
He was owned, bought, and paid for.
Yeah.
All right. Santana number 1C.
ויהי כשמוע ראובן את דבריהם, ויפול על פניו ארצה, ויקרע את בגדיו, ויצעק בקול גדול, ומת נגיד לאבינו.
Ma.
I'm sorry?
Uma nagid uma.
Uma nagid le'avinu. It's so little on my screen.
Zoom in.
Huh?
Zoom in.
I can zoom in?
No.
I can't.
You can with the scroll, with your scroll thing, control scroll, but it'll be ugly. You can leave the it was off if you don't want to. Like you can say, after Reuben heard their words, he fell on his face.
Okay.
But being
Yeah.
very literal, it's
rid of it.
and it came to pass when he heard their words. How about when? Kishma, according to the hearing, not after, but according to. So
Okay.
when he heard.
Okay. This is so you usually I would say when with a lot of these, but recently I learned on Biblingo that bait would be the when or while, the present, and the chaf for the infinitive would be the after. I don't know how that is. That's why I just used after.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know what the difference is, like semantically.
Yeah,
To
I
say,
think he was saying one's past
like
or one is
when you told me about the party, I put it in my calendar. And after you told me about the party, I put it in my calendar. I don't know what the difference is. When you told me and after you told me have to mean the same thing,
okay. When you told
don't
me.
they?
When you told me.
You
I
tell
don't-
me about a party,
I don't know.
and immediately I write it in my calendar. So when you tell me about the party, I
Yeah,
write it
you're
in
right.
my calendar.
Yeah,
Because
you're right.
first
you're
you
right.
have to tell me, and then I have to write. They're sequentially they have to be the same thing.
Right.
Okay.
I think one is. I think the idea is that one is sequence and one is consequence.
So I would take the bet. I would take the bet as
It's like when
concurrent. Like while you do this, this happens.
Yeah, I think one is
In
one's more sequence focused, and the other one is more of consequence.
Hmm.
At the hearing
sequence,
versus in the hearing.
consequence.
Nice. And he fell on his face to the land,
To the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't fall admata. You fall arza. I don't know why. No, it's not cried. It's
And
not kara, but kara.
oh shoot, he kneeled. Kara.
No.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm-mm.
he tore.
But it's funny that you've got all these words going on because all of these words are very related.
They are.
So
That's what is throwing me off.
kara is
with a
cried
kaf
out.
is to kneel, and kara with a kaf is to tear, right?
So you've got these three words.
Yeah.
Kara, he cried out. Kara, he tore. And kara, he bent.
Yeah.
Kara berech, he knelt.
I remember the sounds a lot of times.
Jonathan also. Think of how they're related. Kara bekol, he cried out with a voice. Bekol gadol, a loud voice. Kara et gadav, he tore his clothes. And kara berech, he knelt. Mm-hmm. And this cried out is tza'ak, which is often like shouted.
So he called out instead, or are you saying he shouted out instead of cried out?
Yeah, he cried out, he shouted.
Okay.
Shouting and crying is the same thing, I think. I don't know.
Shout to the Lord.
Mm.
The Avinu. And what? Nagid would be what basically what will we say to our father?
Yeah, what will we tell him?
Tell him. Okay. I always get mixed up with higid as it's not to let known, it's to tell.
Mm-hmm. But we need a quotation here.
Oh, okay. What?
Nothing compares.
Oh, no. Right?
Yeah, exactly. That's part of the quote. Okay. All right, now we've got a longer one. ויקחו את בגדי יוסף אשר נפלו מעליו ויקרעו אותם וישפכו עליהם דם ויאמרו כי יראה יעקב אבינו את הבגדים הקרועים האלה ודם עליהם אמור יאמר בגדי בני המה היה ראה מצאת הוא בדרך ותאכל אותו. Okay, so ויקחו את בגדי יוסף, and they took Joseph's garments or clothes, אשר נפלו מעליו, which had fallen off of him, and tore them, ויקרעו אותם,
Kra again.
and they poured, spilled, shafach, poured, וישפכו עליהם דם, and they poured blood on them, and said, and this is a quote, for Joseph, our father, will see these torn up clothes, garments, and the blood, we're going to say the blood upon them. How about we take for instead of, the key instead of for as when? When Joseph our father shall see these torn up garments, these torn garments, when he sees them, we say in English, when he sees. When Joseph our father sees these torn garments, these torn up garments, whatever, koim, and the blood upon them, he will surely say, okay, Bigdei v'nihem, they are my sons' garments. An evil beast, like a wild beast maybe, has found him, mitza'athu, on the road, baderech, vatochal and has eaten him.
Nom 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 nom.
Okay?
Okay. וישמע הכנעני היושב בהר את כל אשר עשה יהושע לערי הירדן. וישלח מלאכים את כל מלכי הארץ לאמור, אתם ידעתם כי בא עם ישראל מהמדבר, וילחם בערי הירדן, וילכוד אותן, וישרוף אותן באש, ואת כל יושביהן לקח לא לעבדים. There we go. Okay. And the Canaanite who was sitting in the mountain heard,
Or dwelling in the mountain or in the mountains,
in the mountain heard all which Joshua had done to the cities of the Jordan. And he sent messengers to all the kings of the land, saying, you know that the people of Israel have come from the wilderness, and fought against the cities of the Jordan and captured them and burned them in fire and all their inhabitants he took for himself as slaves. Okay.
Yep. And it's a quote, so you're going to finish the quote.
Yeah, I was coming back for it.
All right. All right. וישמע הכנעני היושב בהר את כל אשר עשה יהושע לערי הירדן, וישלח מלאכים אל כל מלכי הארץ לאמור. אתם ידעתם, that should be stressed, I'm sorry, ידעתם כי בא עם ישראל מהמדבר, וילחם בערי הירדן, וילכוד אותן, וישרוף אותן באש, ואת כל יושביהן לקח לו לעבדים. Notice that in the original, in the text, this was written incorrectly in the textbook. It was written as Vayilachem, and I changed it to the biblical form is Vayilachem, with the stress moved in the tzeri shortened to segol. All right, good. To be. How are we doing on viewers? We have 5 viewers. What's going on in viewing land? Why don't you guys talk to us? Ask questions. So
you, isn't it? It's Jonathan, isn't it?
The next one is Jonathan Santana.
ועתה שמעו נא בקולי והתקבצו אלי ונלחמנו איתו והאבדנו אותו מעל פני האדמה. הלא אחי ואנשי בריתי אתם? So, let's see. That nah, I was told, please listen. Depending on the nah, I don't know. Please hear my voice.
Think about it. Think about it this way. Let's imagine that you don't have vowel points. And you see vata. Okay. Vata shama'u b'koli, and now they obeyed my voice. They heard my voice. When you add na and you have unpointed text, this is really going to indicate to you that instead of shama'u, they heard, you're going to say shima'u. The presence of na will often indicate for a reader who doesn't have vowels that he should read it as an imperative.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because when you don't have vowels, remember that shama, he heard, looks like shma, listen. And shom'a, hear, it looks the same. It's written as like a sham'a, he heard, she heard. So having na will clarify that it should be read as an imperative in all of those positions. And you don't necessarily have to translate the word na as please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see.
ונלחמנו איתם. והעבדנו אותו, או איתו, ואותו,
I'm,
מעל פני האדמה.
I'm trying to remember what avad. Well, Eved with an ayin is slave, but
Mhm.
avad.
Like he has perished.
Avad to perish. Man, I couldn't remember that.
But it could also be he got lost. Like he
As a hifil, what would that be? Would that be more
to
getting lost?
destroy, to cause them to perish, to destroy them.
And destroy him
So the
out,
ha'avid is similar to lashmid, to destroy.
And destroy him from basically all of the earth, from before the ground, before the face, from upon. Do I do it literal?
I would, from upon the face of the ground. And the word face and the word surface are related, right?
Mm.
From upon the surface of the ground, from upon the face of the ground. Yeah. הלא אחי ואנשי בריתי אתם.
Hold on. Is that a tem would be are not you my brother? Okay.
Are you not my brothers? Again, the placement of the personal pronoun at the end.
Okay.
Or nominative sentence, yeah.
Hold on.
This whole thing is a quote.
Oh, it's all okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. So again, reading it, ואתה שמעו נא בקולי, והתקבצו אליי, ונלחמנו איתם, והעבדנו אותו. Why do I keep saying איתם? I'm thinking them. איתו, עם ישראל. ונלחמנו איתו, והעבדנו אותו מעל פני האדמה. הלא אחי ואנשי בריתי אתם. All right. 2C. וימצאו הדברים האלה חן בעיני המלאכים, ויתקבצו אליו, ועמהם עם רב ככוכבי השמיים. I'll read it again more slowly. וימצאו הדברים האלה חן בעיני המלאכים, ויתקבצו אליו, ועמהם עם רב ככוכבי השמיים. Okay, so it says, and these words found favor in the eyes of the kings, and they gathered together to him, and with them a great people. Okay, so we're going to say, instead of a great people, we're going to say a people as great as the stars of the heavens. A people great as the stars of the heavens, as great as. Okay? All right, we still have two sections of this number 2. The next is Kolkan.
ויגידו ליהושע לאמור, הנה באו כל מלכי הארץ להילחם בנו, ואתה התפלל לאדוני אלוהינו להצילנו מידם.
There's also 2F, goodness. Number 2 was very long, huh?
Yeah, it's like a whole chapter of Joshua. And he and they told, sorry. And they told it to Joshua, saying,
We don't need it
I know, but I
because
like it. I'll fix it in a second. Behold,
we have the content of what they said. That is the quote.
yeah, behold, all the kings of the land have come to fight against us.
Mm-hmm.
And now,
Big N now.
yeah, now, pray to Adonai, our God, to deliver us from
Deliver us.
their hand.
All right. I would get rid of it too. They told Joshua, saying, all right. Vayagidu li Hoshua. You like to say Yehoshua. I don't know why you like to say that. It's Yehoshua. Accents
Oh,
on the end.
probably
Yoshua.
because it's spelled with the full spelling. If I was taking a wild guess.
Sure.
So, ויגידו לי הושע לאמור, הנה באו כל מלכי הארץ להילחם בנו, ועתה התפלל לאדוני אלוהינו להצילנו מידם. Verse, or verse, it's not a verse. Exercise 2E.
You don't use the yod. You don't say the yod. You just say Hoshua, or you don't.
No, when it's yeah, you say Yehoshua, but you see it's Li Hoshua.
Oh, Hoshua. Oh, okay.
When you have the attached prepositions, it becomes Li, E-B. It's a big argument against the pronunciation of Yehovah, because if it were Yehovah, we would say Lihovah. Lihovah. But this is nowhere to be found.
Oh,
It's written always La.
so it's
And
for sure.
because it goes with La Donai.
Yeah.
That's the points.
Yeah. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Vayitpalel Yehoshua lemor, al na titenenu beyad oivenu, ki becha levadecha, right?
Levadcha. Levadcha.
Okay. Batachnu.
Wow, that sounds almost sacrilegious, blasphemous. Oh, no, this is Joshua talking to God.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was the people talking to Joshua. Ooh. I thought it was I wasn't paying attention. I thought the people were saying to Joshua, don't let us fall into the hands of our enemies because we trust only in you. And I was like, wow, that sounds blasphemous.
That's why you gotta read. That's why we read in context, folks. That right there.
ויתפלל יהושע לאמור. אל נא תתננו ביד אויבינו.
Not. Come on. This thing is kind of slow on me. Give us into the hands of our enemies.
כי בך לבדך בטחנו.
Into the hands of our enemies that are.
כי בך לבדך בטחנו.
Badecha to. Badecha batachnu. So I know that's we trust. Levadecha. For in you. In you. We trust to, like, I don't know what levadecha. Levadecha.
So
I'm trying to remember
Bcha
that
is in you, and Levadcha is only you.
For we trust
For in you, you alone, have we
you.
trusted.
Oh, it's like emphatic. For in you
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
alone we trust.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. So we're gonna do one more in this, and then we're gonna go to the English to Hebrew because we are at 1 hour and 50 minutes. Okay. So 2F says. Oh, first I'll read 2E again. ויתפלל יהושע לאמור, אל נא תתננו ויד אויבינו, כי בך לבדך בטחנו. 2F. ויהי בערב, ומלכי כנען אוכלים במחנה, וישמע אלוהים קול כקול סוסים רבים, ותיפול עליהם יראת ישראל, ויאמרו עבוד עבדנו, כי נמכרנו ביד ישראל. ויתנו איש את חרבו בלב רעהו, ויהרגו איש את רעהו כל הלילה. Done. And it came to pass, and it happened in the evening, and it came to pass in the evening, and I'm going to say while this was happening, because it's using a participle, and it's kind of using the verb just as a phrase breaker. While the kings of Canaan were eating in the camp. Okay? It's kind of giving a when this was happening. That, okay, the Vayashma, this is Hishmiya. Ishmiya. It's a Hifil. That God caused a sound to be heard. Vayashma Elohim Kol. God caused a sound to be heard, like the sound of many horses. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Vatipol alehem, and Yirat Israel, the fear of Israel. That is, they became afraid of Israel. The fear of Israel fell upon them. That is, they became afraid of Israel because they heard what sounded like a lot of horses coming to attack them. And they said, we have surely perished. Okay? For we have been sold, we were sold into the power or hand of Israel. Okay, that's their exclamation. And each man, this is the Ish el re'ehu means each man to his fellow. Each man put his sword, okay, latet is to put, cherev is sword, each man put his sword into the heart of his fellow. And each man killed his fellow or his friend all the night. They went around killing each other all night. So Israel didn't even have to fight them, because the fear of Israel fell upon them and they panicked and they started killing each other. All right. That's the end of what we're going to do today. For this, we're going to cut over for the Patreon members only. Patreon.com/The Hebrew Cafe. For those who want to sign up, and we're going to do the English into Hebrew, the Hebrew translations. So we're going to start with exercise 30, and then if we finish, go on to 31. Good. We'll meet you over there.
On my way.
All righty.